A hallmark of the ministry is Shepherd's Flock, an intergenerational program that focuses on children and young people with special needs and their families. Catechists, volunteers, and parents work with each child on a one-to-one basis.
I think that's probably one of the greatest joys, is to see a young child on the autism spectrum learn to make the sign of the cross and really be able to do that then when they go to liturgy the next week.
When our daughter was born, Sophia, who has Down syndrome, our local church wasn't really meeting her needs for religious education. And so we were looking around for a place where we could find a community where we felt comfortable with her if she wasn't quiet. And
yeah, I'm quiet. I walk.
You like to walk.
I hold it.
And you know, to help us find ways to develop her spirituality and to communicate with her, because some of the typical religious education didn't really fit the bill for her. We came here and we talked to Father Greg. The first thing he said to me was, wow, that must be a really tough life change. It sounds like you're doing a great job. And I mean, I started to cry. I hugged him and I felt bad because I think he just didn't even know where that came from, and he didn't understand kind of what an impact his words had had. But that brought me right back to this church and made me want to, you know, be part of the community and to be Catholic again and just to be here.
The good news is that you never make a mistake by choosing to include. The Church and Holy Trinity have opened its doors to the presence and contributions and participation of people with intellectual developmental disabilities. The Shepherd's Flock is fantastic, except we need it to be all the time. It is not a ministry to them, it is a ministry from them. And we need to recognize that we're not doing them any favors. They're doing us an enormous favor if we would pay attention. And I think that's the next generation. Shepherd's Flock moves from the support system designed for people with disabilities into the prophetic voice for the whole community about what belonging should look like and be like every day.
Holy Trinity is set apart by its parishioners who come to Holy Trinity because they recognize that it's a place that has something to say to the world, where they know that they can hear the gospel proclaimed, be challenged by it, celebrate the sacraments, and then go into the world of government or law, to their families, to make the world a better place, a place that's more in line with the gospel.